Welcome back. Thank you for joining us. This segment is going to be talking about professional dehumidification systems. My name is Chris Howells. I'm the Senior Training and Content Development Manager for AprilAire, and we're here at Robertson today to provide this session to you. So thanks again for joining us. Now you might have picked up I said professional dehumidification system. Why not just call it a dehumidifier, Chris? Well, what's in the word? If we use the word dehumidifier, there's a connotation that all dehumidifiers are equal. And if we go into a retail store and we see a little portable dehumidifier, guess what? That word means the same thing. And as you all know, this is not a low-cost option that you're going to provide to your customers. So we got to build value and an understanding of what professional-grade dehumidification can provide to your homeowners. So I wanted to start off with that and level setting what we want to talk about. Now, why is professional dehumidification a huge opportunity for you and your business today? It's because when we think about our homes from spring through summer and fall, there's a humidity level that we should be maintaining. The industry tells us that we should be between 40 and 60%. The challenge with that is how many homes are able to maintain that. And the industry also tells us that 75 degrees Fahrenheit, 50% relative humidity, which is equating to a 55-degree dew point, is the most comfortable and healthy for all occupants, for humans. Again, my question to you on that one would be, how many homes maintain 50% relative humidity? It's not too many. So with that said, as we want to build in the understanding of the value of what this system can provide, we have to start with a quick education to your consumers. I highly recommend a psychrometer of some sort that you can use as that stepping ground to get into this discussion, because how do you start it? Start it where the source of the problem is. Have them take the measurement for you, read it, start the conversation, and build up that understanding and that knowledge. So as we think about professional grade dehumidification and humidity control in general, comfort, health, preservation, those three pillars are always at the forefront of understanding. The fourth pillar is actually energy. How can a professional grade dehumidifier support your central air conditioning systems in energy? We take away a lot of the work, the sensible versus the latent load. And I'm not going to get into that on this session, but understand in totality what is happening in the home with temperature and humidity relation. Not to get too deep in the history of air conditioning, but did you realize back when Willis Carrier was hired by a printing manufacturing company to come in and try to help them understand what was going on, he was trying to overcome high humidity. What he came upon is the design of today's air conditioning systems. So if your thought is that the air conditioner is the mode of dehumidification, I want to challenge you and encourage you to dig a little bit deeper. As I said, the air conditioner has to run, number one. Number two, can it maintain 50%? And I know there are some systems out there, so I'm not taking that credit away from those systems. But most existing systems don't have the ability to control relative humidity today. That 75, 50, and 55 should be the target. That's what we want to strive for. We design our air conditioning systems, Manual J, at 75 degrees Fahrenheit, 50% relative humidity during the summer months. Yet, a lot of our homeowners are turning their thermostats down to 70, 68 even, and we know it's just a direct relation to humidity. So I encourage you to dig in a little bit deeper as you go through what you're offering to your customers and how you offer that. But I wanted to spend a few minutes on talking about the AprilAire Professional Dehumidification Systems. We really have four primary model numbers that are all equating to a pints per day rating. So our E080 is rated at 80 pints per day. Our E100, 100 pints per day, and our E130 at 130 pints per day. We also have a 70 pint unit that is our E070, and that's more targeted towards the basement and the crawl space specifically. It's a horizontal unit with 8-inch duct collars. So some of the features that you're going to get with these dehumidification systems is we include the duct collars. Now I will encourage you to always put the duct collars on, whether it's freestanding, unducted like you see it on the table here, or you are semi-ducting it into the HVAC equipment, or maybe you're fully ducting it into the equipment or the home. This will help maximize airflow in and out of the unit versus just a flat surface. So I always like to make that recommendation to you. We also include a digital onboard control. This digital onboard control gives the luxury of knowing exactly what that relative humidity is set to and what we're striving to accomplish in that space. We will also sample the air every 60 minutes for 1 minute to make sure that, hey, do we need to have a call for dehumidification or not? But really at the end of the day, the core of why this unit is so effective over those other dehumidifiers that are out there is airflow singularly. We want to maximize airflow through these units. On average, we're going to move about 200, a half a ton of air through this unit. That is how we get efficacy out of the removal and dehumidification, and why we can classify these as whole home dehumidifiers versus something portable. Now, a few upgrades for you here, just so you know. We just changed on the E80 and the E100, the E80 and the E100, to a easy access door. You don't need to take a screwdriver out anymore. The door just pops open, your filter slides out in front of you. Also, the redundancy of an on-off switch. A lot of our older units had just a on-off switch on the backside by the power cord, and then we also had the on-off switch on the digital control. So we've taken the redundancy out. You're just going to have the onboard on-off switch on the E80 and the E100. And then finally, let's talk a little refrigerant. Yeah, you know, big topic of the industry. We made the decision last March to go with R32 in our system. So we've actually been producing all of our professional dehumidifiers at the level of R32 since last March. We just felt because of the performance values that was the decision we made with R32. Now you get a 5-year warranty on this unit as well, from the date of purchase between the consumer and you, the contractor. What that allows, though, is a full understanding that if this unit was to fail in that 5 years, and it's something in the refrigeration circuit related, that we're going to give a warranty ID for a whole new unit, just not components. So that's a huge value to you and your customer at the end of the day. If you have any further questions on professional dehumidifiers or how you can incorporate this into your business, feel free to reach out to myself or the AprilAire BDS or your local Robertson branch or territory manager.